Another day, another batch of Black Friday early deals going live. This time it's coming from Amazon, and I do want to highlight all of the deals that, as of the recording of this video, are live right now. Now, that is the imperative. I am just the messenger, and I am here to tell you about the deals that are live right now. Do not come from my head, because Amazon is typically, a place where you go and things go out of stock relatively quickly. However, again, as of the recording of this video, a ton of stuff is available in stock, and a lot of them are the deals that you guys want to get. Now, of course, with Amazon Prime, you get free shipping. You could do a multitude of different orders, so that would work out really well. And without further ado, let's just get right into it, because there are a plethora of deals live right now, and a ton of them really good. So first of all, Amazon has already got a bunch of the PlayStation Hits titles already down to $9.99. Now, this is going to be a regular thing across the majority of retailers, where they're knocking down the Hits' normal $19.99 price point to $9.99. Some of the games included, highlighted by off the top, let's mention Horizon Zero Dawn. That is down to $9.99, and by the way, that is the complete edition, so you get the base game, you get Frozen Wilds on top of that. $9.99 for that is actually pretty ridiculous, and I would highly recommend that. The value for that game is just ridiculous for $10, given all the content that you're getting. Would strongly recommend you pick up that. How about this, Ratchet & Clank for $9.99 as well? Of course, this is a ground-up remake of the very first Ratchet & Clank game, introduces some new elements as well. Gameplay is still as great as ever. The platforming, the comedy, it's all there. If you know and love Ratchet & Clank, it's a great reason to go back and play it again, or if you're just trying to be introduced to Ratchet & Clank for the first time, this is a fantastic gateway to the franchise as well. The Last of Us Part 2 is on the horizon, so how about you pick up The Last of Us Remastered? That's down to $9.99. I know this was just a PlayStation Plus title, but nonetheless, if you do want a physical copy, that is a great option as well. Until Dawn down to $9.99, one of the PlayStation 4's early exclusives that really over-delivered. Until Dawn was not a game that I was really expecting to deliver, but when it came out, it was something of quality, and for $9.99, it's quite good. Also, Nioh is available for $9.99. I would say that this is a very good deal. Of course, Nioh 2 is about to come out, so in the same boat as The Last of Us Part 2. If you want to familiarize yourself with Nioh, that's another game to check out, but of course, that is a PlayStation Plus title. I believe it's still available as a Plus freebie, so, it's not going to be up everyone's alley, but nonetheless available for $9.99. Also available for $9.99, Yakuza 0. Always go to bat for the Yakuza franchise, and of course, that's a great way into the entirety of the series. It serves as a prequel to the first title, and at $9.99, it is really freaking good. Infamous Second Son is available for $9.99, another one of the early PlayStation 4 exclusives, and if I'm completely honest, back in 2014, I was a little bit disappointed by this title, just because I had such high expectations coming off the release of Infamous 1 and 2. Those games were exceptionally high in quality, and not to say that Infamous Second Son is a bad game, it's far from that. It is actually a very good game, just not at the quality level of the aforementioned two titles. However, if you want a fun open world experience to get into and on the cheap, Infamous Second Son is a great buy, and again, it's at $9.99. Uncharted The Lost Legacy, that's at $9.99, as well as is Uncharted The Nathan Drake Collection. Uncharted 4 seemingly is not at $9.99. Maybe they'll adjust that. I don't know if it went out of stock right away or what happened with that, but hopefully that'll be down to $9.99, as well as that is a PlayStation Hits title, but that is still sitting at $17.84 as of the recording of this video. But Lost Legacy and Nathan Drake Collection at $9.99 a pop, those are really good. Killzone Shadowfall's at $9.99 as well, and then as is Yakuza Kiwami. That's down to $9.99. I should also add God of War down to $9.99. That is a PlayStation Hits title. Of course, I imagine the majority of you guys have God of War, but if you don't, now would be a great time to pick that up. Gran Turismo Sport is also down to $9.99. Little Big Planet 3 is down to $9.99, and I believe that covers the majority of the Hits titles. Again, Uncharted 4, the only notable exclusion here out of all of the Hits games that aren't discounted. Also should note, MGS5, the definitive experience, for whatever reason, that's at $19.99 as well. Okay, outside of that, let's go over some other deals. MediEvil down to $19.99. Of course, this just came out. Kind of got a little bit of a mixed reception, but at $20, I do think it's a good pickup, especially if this is a game that you're gonna be incredibly nostalgic with. It retains a lot of the elements that made us love MediEvil back in the day, and if you go into it with that nostalgic element, that is really going to enhance your experience. And at $20, I think it's great. I already thought it was great that they budget priced it at $30, but even cheaper than that, that makes makes it even better. Concrete Genie is also down to $20. I would say that this is a really good buy. Concrete Genie, another game like MediEvil that did drop at a budget price point of $29.99. Already thought it was a great deal at that price point, but at $19.99 it is even better, so I would strongly recommend that if you have yet to pick that up. Another PS4 exclusive, The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 3, that is down to $39.99 for the early enrollment edition. If you guys have been following this channel for any length of time, you know how much I gush about The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel is a phenomenal franchise. If you do play Trails of Cold Steel 3, just bear in mind you should really play Trails of Cold Steel 1 and 2. The games are sequential, and to get the entirety of the story and whatnot, you do really want to play the games in sequential order. Trails of Cold Steel 1 and 2 dropped on PS4 earlier this year. They came out a long time prior to that on PS Vita, PC, PS3, but they ported it to PS4 as well. Trails of Cold Steel 3 just came out last month, and here we have it for $40. Given that these niche JRPGs don't go on sale all too frequently and not usually this quickly, I would say that $40 for Trails of Cold Steel 3 is a really good buy. Next up, we have Yakuza Kiwami 2 Standard Edition for $14.99. I mentioned Yakuza 0 down to $9.99, while Kiwami 2 down to $14.99 is also really good. Marvel Spider-Man Game of the Year Edition is down to $15 flat. When I saw these deals actually go live, they had it at $19.99, but I guess they noticed that Best Buy and Walmart were selling it for $14.99, so they adjusted the price. $15 for this is a steal. You get Marvel Spider-Man, one of the best PS4 exclusives thus far, and it should be noted you do not get the DLC content on disc. You get a voucher code that you redeem, and then you can download the DLC through your PlayStation Network account. Little bit of a bummer, because if you give the game to a friend, they won't get the DLC off disc, but still, for $15, that is an exceptional deal. Days Gone is down to $19.99. Again, a very good deal on this, given that it's still a relatively recent release going back to April of this year, and late April, so it's about 7 months old. $19.99 for the game is really good. I know it got a somewhat mixed reception at launch. I thought it was really good. I don't think it's at the caliber and at the level of the elite PS4 exclusives, but I think Sony has just set such a high bar for their PS4 exclusives that even a game that's really good like Days Gone is seen at a lesser level just because it's not at the quality level of an Uncharted 4 or a God of War, and that's not to say it's a bad game. Again, it's a very good game. If you want an open world adventure that's filled with quality, Days Gone is absolutely gonna give you that. Alright, I'm gonna go through the next few deals a little bit quicker so I'm not keeping you guys forever. I should also note AI, the Somnium Files Day 1 Edition down to $29.99. That is 50% off. In a game like AI, the Somnium Files, you would not think would go on sale right away, but for $29.99, an exceptional pickup on this if you do want a quality story-driven title. Building off on the Yakuza train, Judgment is down to $29.99. That is $30 off, 50% off. Great game. If you want to get into these Yakuza-style games, Judgment is also a great gateway point, given that it's starting off a brand new story. Visually, it's great, and it does have English voiceovers, making it a little bit more accessible to the Western audience. Katherine Full Body Standard Edition down to $29.99, a game that I wanted to recommend when it came out back in September, but the price point was just a little bit too high, but at $29.99, I think it's a fantastic pickup. Katherine was a great game back in like 2010 when it came out, and now it's just as good as ever. The puzzle gameplay really holds up well, and at $30, it's a good buy. The Evil Within 2 is $9.99, as is Dishonored 2, and as is Prey. I bundle those three games together, as they all are Bethesda titles. The Evil Within 2, great survival horror game. Dishonored 2, a fantastic title, and Prey was a really good title. I went as far as to say it was one of the most underrated games of 2017, and I still hold true to that. That game does not get the recognition it deserves. It's a fantastic title, and at $9.99, it's a high-quality pickup. Shenmue 3 just came out. Well, how about Shenmue 1 and 2? That is down to $14.99, and Shenmue 3, I believe, is discounted as well. Yes, it's down to $35 flat over on Amazon, so yeah, that just came out, and for it to be down to $35, that's pretty good. But as I've mentioned in the past when talking about Shenmue, you really want to kick it off with Shenmue 1 and 2, and they are very good, although a little bit dated at this point. Team Sonic Racing down to $19.99, 50% off for that, I would say is pretty good. Valkyria Chronicles 4, a game that I always go to bat for, is down to $19.99. Would like to see it a little bit cheaper, given that I've seen the PC copy of this game be south south of $10. That would be amazing. However, $19.99 is still an exceptionally good price, and I loved my time with Valkyria Chronicles for a great story. And if you haven't played the prior 3 Valkyria Chronicles titles, you can jump in with VC4 and still have a great time. Steins Gate Elite is down to $30. That's a great buy if you want to get into Steins Gate more so. I imagine the people that are interested in this game watch the anime, and the anime, while it was phenomenal, did have to concise the story a little bit. Yes, there is a ton more to Steins Gate than meets the eye, and Steins Gate Elite really goes in depth on that. And I do want to note a couple of PlayStation hardware bundles. If you want a PS4 Pro, the route you should go is the PlayStation 4 Pro 1TB console, the Call of Duty Modern Warfare bundle. That is really good. That includes the PlayStation 4 Pro as well as Call of Duty Modern Warfare, so that's a pretty good buy. And lastly, PlayStation VR Bundle, the 5-game pack is live right now. That's $199.99. Includes the VR headset, PlayStation camera, PlayStation VR Worlds, the Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim VR, Astrobot Rescue Mission, Resident Evil 7, and then Everybody's Golf VR, so that is quite good as well. That's gonna conclude this video, and again, I've only gone over some of the deals, and do bear in mind, by the time you guys are watching this video, which will be in a little bit after the recording of this video, things can change at the drop of a hat. That's usually what happens with these online e-tailers when it comes to Black Friday, but keep your eyes open. You can definitely snag some great deals as they go live, and more deals will be going live throughout the week, so bear that in mind as well. That's going to conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.